Uranium in water. Is it harmful? Is it good? What happens with it? Today we're looking at the water professor to find out. So uranium in water is used to make atomic weapons and to fuel our nuclear power stations. But did you know it can be a nasty contaminant of our drinking water? Most of the world's commercial uranium mining operations are found overseas in countries such as Canada, Australia, and Kazakhstan. So it might surprise some to learn that uranium ores can be found here in the UK and that unhealthy levels can be detected in groundwater. So the big question is uranium dangerous? Uranium is well known for being a radioactive element, but at the levels encountered in nature, its radiation is not a great worry. And for more concerning from the perspective of drinking water safety is that uranium is a highly toxic heavy metal. Ingested uranium attacks the kidneys. Chronic exposure to contaminated drinking water also may lead to kidney damage, and the health effect of uranium on humans is not well studied. And as such, the World Health Organization has set a provisional guidance value of 30 micrograms per liter, 30 parts per billion for drinking water. In the U.S., the Environmental Protection Agency has also adopted a maximum containment level of 30 micrograms per liter. But that begs the question, how does uranium get into drinking water in the first place? Natural uranium in ores such as turpentine and pitchblende can be found in older rocks of the southwest, Wales, and the Peak District in Scotland. The South Terrace mine, located near St. Austell, Cornwall, is estimated to have produced over 700 tons of uranium ores and even produced uranium-rich ores that helped Marie Curie discover radium. Natural uranium is found in small quantities in many of the older rocks across the UK, and as it decays, it produces radium, which in turn turns into radon gas. The uranium concentrate in most rocks is very low, but under certain geological conditions, it can be concentrated to much higher levels. And tectonic activity millions of years ago generated molten blobs of magma that rose up towards the surface, creating geological features known as igneous intrusions. And these intrusions shaped the landscape of places like Dartmoor, the Catacombs, and the Shenandoah and the Lake District. The superheated conditions in this geological event generated hot brines that dissolved the concentrate many metal-containing minerals. As these superheated brines burst up through the cracks in the rock, they cooled and deposited their rich minerals in metals such as tin, lead, arsenic, and uranium. When water comes into contact with uranium-rich minerals, tiny amounts of uranium can dissolve, leading to elevated levels of uranium in groundwater. And many households across the UK draw their water from wells, and when these are located near areas with granite rock, this is an increased risk of contamination. So how do you remove it? Well, if you're not concerned about the quality of drinking water by uranium or other toxic metals, then before you consider treatment, you should consider getting an accurate water test from a lab. Uranium compounds form ions in water and can therefore be removed by ion exchange materials found in some water filters. Another great way of doing that is reverse osmosis. In a recently conducted study by water professor, they found reverse osmosis successfully reduced the uranium level of contaminated water in a Welsh property by almost 90%. And you can see that right here. So, uranium in water, yes, it can be an issue, but to actually know if it is in your water and at high quantities, you have to get it tested.